Hello everyone, Lurgs here, and today it's the Fiat 500. The dashboard warning lights and what they mean. I'll take you through all the Fiat 500 instrument panel warning lights which come up on your dashboard. Fiat 500 warning lamps which come up on your dashboard are very important, and you should take notice of any dashboard lights that stay lit and take the appropriate action. And this is on a Fiat 500 2020 model. When you first turn on the ignition on the Fiat 500, a lot of the warning lights will come on, but they should go out once the car is started. And with the magic of editing, I'll just put up every one that I'm aware of. If you're driving and you've got a red warning light which comes up and won't go out, you should stop the vehicle and check this immediately. Critical or major damage could occur if you carry on driving. If you've got a yellow dashboard warning light which is lit all the time, that is important. You should check that out as soon as you can and keep an eye on that warning light. If you've got a green or blue warning light on your dashboard, this is generally for information only. If you've got an OBD2 reader, you may be able to read and reset any error codes on your Fiat 500. And I'll put a link above now about where that is. Right, I'll take you through all the dashboard warning lights that I'm aware of on this Fiat 500. This is the fuel gauge. Obviously it shows you how much fuel you've got left in your tank, and you've got that small arrow next to the fuel gauge that shows you what side your fuel filler cap is on. And this warning icon will also come up when you're getting low on fuel. Fill up as soon as possible. This is the engine coolant temperature gauge. Once the car is warmed up, it should stay about halfway. If it gets anywhere near this top mark where I've put the red circle, you should pull over immediately and let the engine cool down. Do not open the bonnet and check the coolant temperature, because that will be extremely hot. If the engine is overheating, you will likely get this icon come up on your dashboard as well. If the engine is overheating, it's possible you've got a lack of coolant, which means you may have a leak, or maybe you haven't got enough engine oil in your engine. Critical damage could occur if you carry on driving. Make sure you pull over as soon as you can. Let your engine cool down. If the outside temperature is 4 degrees centigrade or lower, this is just a warning to tell you that there could be possible ice on the road. Drive carefully. This spanner icon means that your Fiat 500 is due a service. Right, I'll now go clockwise around the dashboard. This is the stop start icon. If this is showing on your dashboard, it means there is an issue with your stop start system. It may be not working, or you've turned it off by switching it off in the center of the console. This means your front fog lights are switched on. This means the rear fog light is switched on. The main headlights are switched on. The high beam headlights are switched on. These are the indicator lights. Obviously you're either indicating left or right, or you've got your hazards on if they're both flashing at the same time. This will come up if you're getting low on fuel. This indicates a fault with the airbag system. You need to get that checked out as soon as possible, because you do not want that to deploy accidentally. This warning light will just appear when one of the doors is open on the car and should go out when you close the doors. You or your passenger haven't put your seatbelt on. If you have got your seatbelt on and this icon stays up, it means you've got a problem with your seatbelt sensors. You need to get that checked out as soon as possible. This is the battery warning light. This could be that your battery is not charging properly. You may have a problem with your alternator, or you've got a faulty battery which is coming to the end of its useful life, but basically your battery is not charging. You need to get that checked out as soon as you can, because otherwise your car will stop running, and also you won't be able to start it with a dead battery. Batteries tend to last between 5 and 10 years, so maybe it's time for a new battery. This indicates a fault with your power steering system. Now you may find if there's a problem with this, your steering will become really heavy. It could be you've got a leak with your power steering fluid, so you definitely need to get that checked out as soon as possible. This is a generic warning symbol, and if this is lit, it could be accompanied by a message in the middle of the screen. Generally this will be something like a bulb has blown, so one of the bulbs around the car has blown and you just need to get that replaced. This is the engine oil warning light. You could have low oil pressure, or it could be that the engine oil in your car is getting too low. You need to pull over as soon as you can when it's safe to do so. Let the engine cool down and then check your engine oil levels. This is an engine malfunction warning light. The engine will continue to run, but you may have limited power. If this actually flashes when you're driving, then reduce the speed of your vehicle, and you need to get that checked out at a garage. If this warning icon comes on, it means your engine coolant is overheating. pull over as soon as you can and switch your engine off and allow it to cool down. It could be just a simple thing where you just need to top up the coolant, but make sure that the engine is cool before you do that, or it could be that you've got a leak on the system. This is a brake warning indicator. Usually this will just come on when you've pulled the handbrake on, and when you release the handbrake, this icon should go off. If it doesn't whilst you're driving, definitely make sure that the handbrake is off. If the handbrake is off and this icon remains whilst you're driving, it could indicate low brake fluid levels. You need to get that checked out as soon as you can. This is the ABS warning light. This indicates a problem with your ABS system, which is the automatic braking system. This is a stability control warning lamp. This may light up briefly if you're driving in slippery conditions such as ice or heavy gravel, but this should go out under normal driving. If this remains lit, you need to get that checked out at your local garage. This is the TPMS warning light, the tyre pressure monitoring system. One of your tyres on your car is under or overinflated, but it's likely to be underinflated, and it could mean that you've got a slow puncture. What you need to do is just go around and check all the tyres when the tyres are cold, make sure that they're at the correct pressures, and then reset the TPMS warning system. And there's a link above now about how to do that. If you've got a Fiat 500 diesel engine, you may get a warning message in the middle of your dashboard saying check the glow plugs, and you may also get this icon on the dashboard. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but the symbol will look like this. If you've got a fault with your glow plugs, you may find the car is difficult to start and doesn't run very well. You need to get those checked out as soon as you can. I hope you don't see any of the major dashboard warning lights on your Fiat 500, and I'll tell you what, that definitely deserves a lovely cup of tea. I'll put some other useful Fiat 500 videos around the edge of the screen. Safe driving to you.